You are now tuned into the DFPN, the Dat Feelin' Podcast Network. Welcome to the smoke pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the smoke pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Makk and Mac, welcome to the smoke pit. Yo!
What it do, people? You already know what day it is. We see your fellas Black and Mac in the building. It's Friday,
yes,
so you know, smoke pit time. Smoke pit time. Let me go ahead and click the almighty ticker down at the bottom. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Invite your friends to join in on the fun, man. It's a good time, so share the link. We got a very special guest, but first, let me go ahead and get these sponsors out the way. Not that I don't like them, because I like them. But we got some stuff to get into, right? So right off the bat, we got www.gettheplugs.com, wireless headphones for you. Great deals going on there. Check them out. They got payment plans, good quality sound at half the price of all these expensive joints. www.audioswim.com. Upload your tracks there. They'll get uploaded and distributed to all the major streaming services, Amazon, Google Music, Apple Music, all that good, Spotify. So give that a shot. $5 a track, can't go wrong. Then, of course, premierelement.com. for all your marketing, branding, representation, all that stuff. Our men, Berto and Los, got you. All right. So check
Shout
them
out to y'all, man.
Yes, support. All right. We always hit you up with this. Join our Patreon at www.patreon.com/DatFeelingPodcast. What is it? Next week, actually in 5 days, we're doing our drawing for $100. So one lucky Patreon will be winning 100 G, not 100 G's. Calm down, Willie. Calm down.
You're going too hard right now.
Winning $100. All right. So just go there, check it out. As low as $3 a month, right? So $36 a year, you get a chance to win $100 4 times a year. It ain't bad. So just give it a shot. Yep. And then, of course, we got our merch at Teespring. You see the address there, or you can just go to teespring.com and just search for Dat Feelin' Podcast. You'll find our store. You'll find all our good stuff there. Shirts for all the network, all the shows on the network. Right?
Yep.
All right. So I got that out the way, Black. Go ahead and get you did all the work for this. You laid the groundwork for this. So go ahead and make it happen.
Listen, man. Listen. Every now and then, and this is how God works, right? I'm gonna explain to y'all how God works. So every now and then there's an ad that comes across your Facebook that you don't really pay attention to, right? And one day I was bullshitting on my phone, right? And then up comes this dude and he's talking about selling the box, right? And he's like, "Sir, I'm here to sell you the box." Like his pitch is like, "I'm here to sell you the box, and sir, this is what you're gonna do with the box, and you can get a lady the box, and the box to do this, the box to do that." I was like, "Yo, man, this dude is mad. Like the marketing in this shit is mad genius, right?" And I liked it so much, and I was like, I shared it with the group. I was like, "Yo, y'all gotta peep this shit. Like the genius is here for this shit." And then now he's up to the point where he's like helping you fight your ashiness, and he's getting you right. And for Black people, ashy is a very touchy subject, bro. It's like you don't want to be out here. Ashy is wintertime. It's cold. That hawk hits your body. Marks get people playing tic-tac-toe. That's one of his videos, bro. They play tic-tac-toe on people's legs. Kev on stage. He's going hard on Kev on stage, man. So you know what I mean? Like, it was so good. I was like, man, I'm gonna shoot my shot, bro. Like, I'm gonna really shoot my shot. I was like, I gotta have this dude on the show because I know like what he's doing, like game recognized game, bro. He's a marketing genius. And for him to come on here and talk to us about how he got started and what he's set out to do. Listen, man, I had to bring out my good shit for this. I have this bottle. For people who can't see it, it's Uncle Nearest. I brought out my good shit for this one. Uncle Nearest, if you know the history behind it, is the guy that originally made Jack Daniel. I've had this bottle sitting out, and I don't drink it. But for occasions like these, when God works in mysterious ways, I bring out Uncle Nearest. And
this episode is brought to you in part by AudioSwim. Go to audioswim.com today and upload your tracks for as little as $5 a track. Premier Element UAE. Go to www.premierelement.com and get your representation. They don't do just music, they do sports as well. And also, Get the Plugs. Go to www.gettheplugs.com. Enter in code INT15 on checkout and you will get a 15% discount. Oh, and you don't have to pay for them up front. They also accept Sezzle. Now back to the show.
Joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to have this guy on here. He is Netergold is the brand, helping you to stop being ashy. Mr. Michael Nightwing himself, the crime-fighting ashy man himself. What is up, brother? Welcome to the Smoke Pit.
Wow, that was nice. I like that. That's like the nicest thing you ever said about me. Oh, wow. How are you guys doing?
Bro, man, I'm amazing, man. I'm amazing.
Good. Good. It's a good day, man. Every day is a good day above ground, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So, man, let's get right into it, bro. Like, what was the idea? How did this brand come about? Because it's not something you see. You are a very outside the box person. Anybody who watches, and I encourage everybody to follow this dude on Instagram. Follow this dude. Like, how did this? Because it's so outside the box, it fits. Like, any black person that watches this would be like, well, damn, I think he's talking about me. I need to. And this is what happened. Like, I was like, he's talking about me, right? I gotta go to the website and see what it is that he's selling me, because he's out here telling me I'm ashy. Like, I felt offended to my core enough that I actually went to the website and bought shit from the website because I didn't want to be at. How did this come about, bro?
Well, I ain't shit to start out with, so it makes it easy, right? It just makes it easy because I ain't shit. So, and I'm always talking shit. So it's just the shit just spews from my mouth. Just it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm just a piece of shit. So me being a piece of shit allows me to just present things the way I want to present them. And since it's my business, no one's telling me what I can and can't do. Right? The only people that can dictate whether or not, right? Like, the only people that can tell me this is a terrible idea are the people that are paying money to buy the product. So if they're like, this wasn't funny, then the shit ain't funny. But no one can tell me what I can and cannot put out, for experimentation purposes. Like, I don't have any investors. I don't do that stuff. It's my shit, right? I got my kids and my wife. It's my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do what the fuck I want to do. And I don't have to ask questions. Like, I don't ask questions about shit. This is what the fuck I'm about to do. I'm doing this. That's it. So it gives me a lot of freedom. But honestly, like, the way the shit comes to my head, I don't fucking know, man. Like, I'll be taking a shit or something, or I'll be like playing. Like, so I play with like these toys called Beyblades.
I know exactly what. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I have a thriving Beyblade channel, like a Beyblade YouTube channel. I just went from like 400 subscribers at the beginning of the month to like 2100 like as of today. So I'm not even Beyblader, right? But it's funny because I'll be just doing the shit I like to do, minding my business, and then I'll just be like, yo, that's funny as shit, right? So it's like, or I have issues. I'm sure I have some type of mental issues somewhere. Like I'll be like in the shower and shit, like brush my teeth, and I'll be like, man, you ugly as a motherfucker right now. God damn. And then I just do this whole monologue of like how somebody's dirty, how they ashy, how they stink, how I stink, how I ain't shit. And then I just do this whole, like, just for no reason. Just be like, man, you ugly as a motherfucker right now. And that's just what I do.
Bad out here.
Yeah, I just be talking shit to myself all the time. I've been doing this since I was a kid. Like I used to monologue like these whole fucking scenes in my head, like in person, just like, man, this is some bullshit. Like, so I'm a great actor to myself. But it just pops in my head. Like I sit down, after every once in a while, and I'm like, all right, that was pretty funny. Let me just do this. And I say, all right, I like this one. I'm gonna run with this. And I grab the camera. I got like three like DSLR camera, or 2 DSLRs, 1 cinema camera, which is right. You can't see it, but it's like a cinema camera, GoPros, and my cell phone. I just be like, all right, this is what the fuck I'm about to record. And I set the shit up and then just do what the fuck I want to do. And I do it funny, bro. And the first time I never like it the first time. And I'm like, I'm gonna try it again. I'm like, I stumbled on this one. I recorded the same shit like 6, 7, 8, 12, 15 times. Like the one you're talking about where it's like I'm selling the box legally though. Like that one, I did that one. I think I did that one probably 15 times, right? It was like 100 degrees outside and I was the Lord of the drip. So I had my drip chains on and I was like, it was hot. So I was waiting until I started sweating, right? Like I was uncomfortably sweating, but it was a part of the whole thing is I'm the Lord of the drip. So it's the drip upon the drip upon the drip, right? Because like I like get people the information and then something to talk shit about, right? Like I love, like one of my videos is me picking my hair out and I had like extra hair butter on the side. So like when I was picking it, it looked like dandruff and people were like, oh, you got dandruff. And I was like, nah, it's not, it's hair butter. But I love that because then
it makes people talk.
Right. People don't always have something nice to say, right? People are more inclined to say negative than they do positive. So I always leave something in there for them to say something negative about, right? So that haters can talk and then people that aren't haters can be like, yo, shut the fuck up. Or, just it adds to the whole thing. And I'm just like, oh, y'all can eat my ass for real. Fuck all y'all. Fuck you. Thank you for buying the shit. Fuck you. And like, even with my comments, like I don't try, there's no like, I'm not an asshole in that sense where I'm like not politically correct. Like I don't dislike anybody, so I'm not gonna call anybody or talk shit to people, and try to make them feel better about themselves, unless they ask you. But like for the most part, I said the fuck I want. So this one girl was like, she commented on one of my things and was like, "What the fuck is this? Like this looks dumb." And I was like, "You look dumb, right?" This is from like my page, from like me, Netergold. And she was like, what type of business talks to people like this? I was like, what type of face comments dumb shit like that? Shut up, right? And people just like, wow. And she's like, I'm never buying from you. And I was like, good. I can't fix that. You're just talking shit. Right? I'm just talking shit.
Right.
But it's either it causes, there's a division. The people that like it or the people that don't like it. The people that don't like it get the fuck out of my face and they'll talk shit about me later on, which is fantastic because at least they're talking about me. And the people that like it are just like, this guy's fucking funny. And it just works out.
That's just, I thought that shit was hilarious because I was like, the first time I saw it, and it just caught me off guard because it's not one of those things that I normally pay attention to. And it was like, I'm here to sell you the box. And I'm like, yo, this nigga's wilding the fuck out right now.
Yes.
Yes. It was like, I was like half sleeping. It was like, I'm here to sell you the box. And I'm like, what the fuck is going? Like, I'm like over here, like cackling to my wife, and she's like, what the fuck are you laughing at? I'm like, yo, you gotta watch this commercial. She was like, is he a pimp or some shit? I'm like, no, like, pay attention. There's a comb in the box. The shit's just jangling. Yo, that shit had me dying laughing.
Oh, so did somebody in the comments say they had the skull cap? So they got my do rag, the pick, and the ringtone. Yo, see that's fantastic. like y'all heard the ringtone, right?
Why are you so ashy? Yeah.
Yes. So what's cool about that is like I woke up one morning and I had a 2D, like I had numerous DMs, but I had like a D, and I always answer like as many as possible when I wake up. I had one DM and it was a logo, right? And it's the logo that's on the Netergold Man shirt.
Mm.
I was like, yo, thank you. Like, dude just randomly made it. A guy named Kendrick just made it out of the blue and was like, yo, I want you to have this. I was like, yo, this is fantastic, right? And then DMs down, right? Like 5 minutes apart was another dude named Cameron who made the song. He was like, oh, I made this for you. What the fuck? Like, when did I become like this big shit for me? So,
that's dope, though.
Dope as shit, right?
That's real.
So
Hell yeah, that's dope.
I was like, all right, so I got a 70s style logo and a 70s style jingle. Well, shit. Like, well, I got a whole new character now. You know, shit. So I you just gotta go with it, man. Like, just let the universe do its thing and just be appreciative of everything that comes. Because I ain't most shit. It works. I don't know. I don't even understand why it works. Honestly, I mean, I do. I understand it, but I don't get it. I was like, I ain't shit, but okay. Fuck it. I'll take it.
It ain't really nothing to get, bro. It's just like when you got some shit, you got some shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it just hits people in certain ways. Like I said, bro. Like, I literally, that shit motivated me enough to go buy some shit. Cause I was looking at the beard shit. Cause my beard ain't shit. I'll tell you that right now. My beard ain't. This shit ain't working. This shit ain't working. And that shit you put out, it was like you in the rain. That's the shit that made me go to the website. You was like, you want to know why she ain't sitting on your face, bro? Because your shit too hard. So I'm over here like playing with my beard and shit. Like, man, my shit hard as a motherfucker.
Oh shit, hold up, man.
Yeah, my shit fucked up, bro. I need to go to the website. This ain't working for me.
Yeah, so like one of my things is like I hang out in the rain all the time just because I like the rain. Like when it's raining, I'll just stand outside and just be like, this feels nice. You know, be barefooted shit in the front of the yard. Like, this is great. So it's like, I'm just being me and just having fun with it. Just doing the shit I would regularly do. Right. And my marketing style is to catch people like more off guard, essentially. Because you always like, you see an ad and you expect an ad and they're trying to sell you something. But my thing is like, nah, you ain't shit. It is what it is. Right. Like, that's it. And it just ends up, you know, you just end up ain't shit.
Right.
So
definitely.
We got a viewer. He wanted to ask, what was the motivation to put out wooden picks and overall natural wooden products?
So like I had always, growing up, you always use like a plastic pick or a plastic comb or a metal comb or something like that. And I had long hair when I was a kid, like 11, 12, and I cut it. But as I got older, especially when I started the business, I grew my hair up because I was like, I'm selling hair care products, so I need to have longer hair. Like I can't have a low cut Caesar for no reason. Like if I'm selling hair growth products, I can't have short hair. I can't.
The genius in that, there's a lot of genius in that. You know what I mean? Because I can't be out here with a fade, waves and shit, and I'm trying to sell you some shit that's gonna grow your hair. Like that's a genius move, bro.
Yeah, and we were talking about it earlier, like before you came on, just the fact that like I don't like people that sell things that they've never used, So my thing was like, if I'm selling beard products, I gotta have a beard, right? If I'm selling hair stuff, I gotta have hair. If I'm selling, fucking non-ashy skin, I can't be ashy. You know what I'm saying? This is primo. Look at that. I haven't moisturized all day. I took a shower this morning. This is eternal moisture,
Yeah,
but
this is holding.
The motivation for the wooden picks was, I want people to use things that are designed for them, right? I want folks to use things that are made for them. So metal is man-made, right? Like you can make metal from rocks and stone and stuff, but it has to go through a process to get to this point. And plastic is fake as shit anyway, right? So I was like, wood is naturally porous. It holds oils and it allows, for the oils to distribute through your hair properly. So with our hair, like with my hair, your scalp produces oil, but that shit ain't going north. You know what I'm saying? It's not going up. That's not how gravity works. So for me, that's usually why you see like white people, their hair looks so shiny and so sheen and stuff like that. So the shit goes down. So the oil is here and just comes all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like with horses. Horses have like really nice fucking shiny hair. It's because the oil is way down. But our hair goes up, right? So for me to transfer the oils, you need to be able to make the shit go up. So a wooden comb that has pores in it holds oil and moves its way all the way up. And I experimented with, tried it out, and was like, I like the way this feels. I like the way, like when I'm scratching my face, like I'll use one of my combs Like if my beard's feeling itchy, I'll just grab one of my combs and just, right? And this promotes, beard growth, promotes hair growth because I'm massaging the area, circulating the blood flow. Then at the same time, it just feels good. It's fucking soothing as shit. But I try to with plastic, this shit scratches my head, scratches my face, and I try to with metal, shit's just too hard, So I went with the most natural solution, which was wood. And here we go. And then I just told people to buy the box.
Oh man, yo, I'm telling you that shit. That one, the one with you in the rain, and then the one with "Why are you so ashy?" And it was just that the whole commercial.
Yeah, that man. So what's funny is a couple years ago I actually did a commercial similar to that on Instagram because I always love and I still do. I love like cologne commercials because they're just so fucking random, right? Like you're trying to sell a cologne, but nobody on the phone, no one through the TV can smell that shit. So how are you selling this cologne to people when they can't smell the shit?
Right.
So they're trying to sell this whole experience. So it's like a dude gets in his car, runs down the street, hops in another car, gets on his boat. Then there's like a bad chick on the corner, and then they touch hands, and it's just like Merlot by Courvoisier or something, whatever the fuck it's called. And motherfuckers buying this shit up, like just
it doesn't look.
It don't make no fucking sense.
It does. It looks like a Calvin Klein commercial.
Exactly. So I was like, you know what? I did a commercial that was in black and white, and I was on like a skateboard in California. And I was on a skateboard, and I rolled up, and I forgot what it was. If I can find it, I'm gonna repost it. But it was just funny. It was just the most random shit ever. So then I was just in the fucking car one day driving. I was like, "Why are you so ashy? Why are you so ashy?" Just doing that shit as I was driving. Just why are you so ashy? And I was like, "That's my next commercial right there." I set the fucking camera up. You know what I'm saying? I set it up. And I recorded that shit for about 6 minutes of just me and just different profiles, right? Different distances, so the mic level was a little bit different. You hear the background and shit.
Fade in just right.
Right. I had to zoom in and shit. I had just all the shit I like to do with my cameras. And that was it. And I just edited that shit while I was taking the shit and I was editing it. I was just like because I got a bidet, so I don't even touch my ass anymore. That joint just clean. I'm ready. So I was just sitting there just chilling, and I was like, all right, and I was like, this is it. This is money. So I put it up on YouTube, and then I put it up on Instagram and Facebook as well. And it's the funniest shit for YouTube because like you sitting there just minding your business, watching twerk videos and shit. And here I come. Why are you so ashy?
Why are you so ashy?
It's like fuck, man. Damn. All right, bet I am ashy. Shit. Fuck. So it's like, and then the funny thing is like a lot of my commercials, a lot of them they're not even geared towards actually selling anything. I'm not trying to sell you anything because I hate being sold to. So it's more so like some of them, I'll mention this is a product, go buy this, but it's not like I'm really trying to push that sell. But then the ones like the Why Are You So Ashy had no call to action of go buy this. It was just, why the fuck is you so ashy?
It was just, the whole commercial was just like, why are you so ashy?
I just watched a minute of this shit. Like this man just insulting me this whole time. Fuck, like,
but you know what that does though? It sticks in people's brain because it's stuck in my brain. Like even when I wake up in the morning, it's like, why are you so ashy? Put some oil on your body. And no, you know the funniest shit you said. Like I do this now. He was like, stop using that store-bought shit. Like I was like, that shit had me dying laughing. Like, stop using that store-bought lotion. Like, stop it.
It's just trash. And you be like,
treat yourself better.
We just look over, you're just like, man, that shit is some trash. Like, damn. Because we've all had
I thought Jergens was the move, bro. Like he's like, nah.
Jergens was the move when you were jerking off the kid. Other than that, like Jergens ain't had no purpose except nut lotion. That's all it was. That shit was not for moisture at any sense at all.
That's it.
That's it. Moisturizing shit. That was the most watered down, just lube lotion. That's what that was.
Lotion is nothing but water and like hope. That's all it is. Like we've all we've all used Queen Helene's, the cocoa butter lotion. Man, I bought that shit my freshman year of college. I had that shit till I was a fucking senior in college. I'm still like 3/4 full. That shit lasts forever. This shit was watery as fuck. I was slippery as shit. You just throw it on people just trying to get rid of it. Like I had to let this shit go a couple years ago. Was like, baby, I gotta let you go. I gotta upgrade my life. I just need to do better for myself at this point. Like we've been in a long relationship. We just ain't there no more. You know, like I've outgrown you. It's like a starter lotion and shit. That's shit you slapping your kids because they keep using your good shit.
No, so did you have a job before you started doing your own products? Like, was there a point where you're just like, man, fuck this shit, I got to do my own shit? At what point were you done with working for somebody else before you decided to get out of home?
2 months ago? Yeah, give or take. So,
what?
Really?
Yeah, dude. So, I was born and raised in Washington, D.C., right? I live just outside of the city now. And I've always, wanted to help people. That was always my thing. So I went to school trying to learn some more about myself, learn more about, just community and stuff like that. Then when I got out, I worked at a Sprint store. So when I worked at the Sprint store, my whole thing was like communicating, understanding people, learning from people, right? And I was at the Sprint store, and it was cool. I was there for like a year after I graduated. And then I talked to I went to go see, so I'm a big Batman fan, right? And I went to go see the Dark Knight Rises, the one with Bane in it, right? And that had a big clash between like the police and the firefighters and Bane. They were just doing all that stuff, right? So when I went to go see the movie, it was like a Thursday. I was the only person in the theater and shit. It was super fantastic. And when it was done, I was sitting there, was like, I'm not making any difference in my community by selling people's phones. Like it's just not a difference I'm making. So I went home and said, Mom, Dad, this is what we're doing. So I love my parents. I was like, all right, I'm either gonna be the police or a firefighter. You guys pick. What's your choice? Right? My mom said no to both. My dad said be the cop. So I said, all right, cool. I applied to be a police officer and I became a cop. So I was a cop for 7 years. And then I was doing that for 2013 up until a couple months ago when King Kai was born. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like the work I did, it was cool. Like I learned a lot about people, learned a lot about myself. But the most disheartening thing about it was that people are just fucking dumb. Like just fucking dumb. Like I remember one time I was sitting there, I was in the middle of like a neighborhood I like used to go to a lot when I was a kid. And this little girl, she got kicked out of the Korean corner store, right? It's like the corner store and there's a bunch of housing projects and shit. She got kicked out for like spitting at the lady or some shit, right? So she gets kicked out and she's like sitting in my car and my partner goes in to talk because he's like a much nicer person than I am, right? Like he's a better person than me in every way, shape, and form. He's just a better person than me, right? Like he's nicer, he's better with kids, he looks better. He's just a nicer fucking person, right? So he goes in to talk to the lady, and when I'm outside, they're like, oh yeah, Mom always do that shit. She always kicking people out. Everybody barred. I'm barred, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then he sends a kid in, like the dude that was talking to me gives the kid like $10 to go in the house, go inside the corner store, and comes out with like cigarettes and fucking ice cream. And I'm like, if you barred, like if she don't like y'all, why you giving her your money? And then they're like, oh well, I ain't no place to get ice cream right here. I was like, what the fuck you mean no place to get ice cream? Now, I'm at work, but I don't give a shit. I'm me all the time. I've always been me.
Right.
Not sugarcoating shit. Like I will curse out no matter what the fuck rank you were. If you were wrong, you were fucking wrong. It is what it was. Like, what you gonna do? Fire me? I don't give a shit. Fuck you. So, and that's the worst mentality to have. As if you want somebody under you, the worst mentality. You don't want a person that says fuck y'all. You don't want that shit because they like they will say whatever the fuck they want with no consequences. And that was me. I was like, what the fuck y'all gonna do?
Oh, buddy, you sound real familiar.
Like, what the fuck y'all gonna do? But yeah, it's like long story short though, like 2 other people went in, they were just like, yeah, she's always kicking people out, she's always barring people. I'm like, so why the fuck is y'all giving her money? Stop giving her money, she won't have a place, then she's gonna be gone. Like, why do y'all keep paying this lady to talk shit to y'all? Now, of course, people pay me to talk shit to them, but that's a different feeling. That's just different altogether.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is y'all doing? They're like, oh, well, this is the only place to go. And mind you, 2 blocks down the street was a 7-Eleven. 4 blocks down the other direction was a Safeway. 4 blocks in the same way was a CVS. And then across the street was another fucking 7-Eleven. And then like 8 blocks down the way was a fucking Harris Teeter. And I'm like, there's all these places. Like, y'all don't have to buy from this lady. Like, you don't have to buy from this family, this Korean family that's disrespecting you. Like, nothing against anybody of any other race, but this person is disrespecting you in your own fucking neighborhood. What the fuck? Shit. So, long story short, people be dumb as shit, and everybody's always talking about, like, oh, this is a problem, or like the police ain't shit. And I'm like, police got their problems. It's a business just like anything else. But a lot of people are just dumb. Like, how the fuck? Like, how do you steal like this man? This one dude was like Memorial Day. This motherfucker stole like a bunch of crab legs and shit, and was like, "Oh yeah, you know, I'm trying to provide for my family." I'm like, "You just stole crab legs. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, if you were stealing like other shit, you know, like some
like yeah, still some perishable shit, man.
This man stealing fucking king crab legs and shit, right? He had a fucking lobster tail. I think he had a lobster tail and some shrimp, so he had like cookout shit, right? So inside the Harris Teeter, they had their own like security guards that could make like arrest power. So I was just there just to take him from point A to point B. And from point A to point B, he's telling me like, he's like, come on, man, like just let me go. And I'm like, if I do that, then I can't provide for my family. Because I can tell all the shit I want. That's insubordination. I can deal with that.
Right.
Releasing somebody as arrested, like a prisoner, that's a I don't know. I'm losing all my shit. So I was like, nah, if I do that shit, then what about me? He was like, what you mean? You gonna be all right? I was like, no. So it's like a 10-minute ride. I'm like, no, it's not gonna be the case. I got a kid, I got a house, I got shit to take care of. He's like, man, come on, man, brother to brother. And I was like, oh no, we're not doing that. You're not gonna try and get me to let you go for some shit you did. Like, where's the personal responsibility in the shit you did? Like, you blamed everybody else. Like, you blamed the store manager for following you around the store. You were stealing. They saw you stealing. You blamed the fucking security guards for stopping you. You were stealing. Blaming me for you were stealing. But at no point did you say that you were the problem. And it's like one of my biggest issues with people in general is the lack of personal responsibility. Like, if you fuck up, admit you fucked up, right? Just be like, I fucked up. But I don't like when people try and place the blame on other people. Like, I don't accept credit from somebody else's work. If I didn't do it, I don't want credit for it, right? That I didn't do that shit. So if I fuck up, I want the smoke. That's my fuck. I'm not putting nobody else. So to answer your question, that's what the fuck I did for 7 years. And yeah, I ran the business since 2015. And then, you know, the business just continued. And I was just like, okay, cool. You know, got married, had a kid, and was like, all right, well, you know, baby, what do you want to do? And she's like, she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. So I said, all right, quit your job. I'm going to do this for like another year or so, 2 years. And I don't hate it as much as you hate your job. So I'm going to do this for a little bit longer. And then, you know, I ended up leaving.
Right.
I had a check on my wall for myself, which I didn't even, it was for $5 million. Didn't hit that shit at all. Fucking, it was like a arrow that shoot up really far and just goes, choo. Didn't hit that shit at all. Right. I was like 2020, I'm checking out. Because when I got the job, it was never like, I was 24 when I got the job. No, 23 when I got the job. So I was never like, this is what I'm gonna do for 25 years because I was 23. So I haven't been alive for 25 years. So I'm not doing 25 years to live my life when I'm older. I could live my shit now. Like, because me personally, one of my plans in life was to go live in another country and be a fishmonger, right? Work on a fucking fishing boat, catching fish and shit, and just selling fish. Doing what the fuck I wanted to do. Like, because I think the freest people on the planet are really rich people and really poor people. You do whatever the fuck you want when you're in those two categories. Really rich, really poor, you do whatever the fuck you want. In the middle, you got a lot of work. You got to answer. You got to work hard, motherfucker. Right. You got to answer to a lot of people. You got to kiss ass to the guy above you and then think you better than the person below you. But if you're really rich, you can do whatever the fuck you want. If you're really poor, what the fuck you gonna do to me? I ain't got shit. So I obviously had kids, and I can't be really poor, so I got to aim for the higher level. But yeah, like my thing was always like, what do I want to do? You know, how free do I want to be? And just wanted to be free. So when I got fed up, and I was like, I'm tired of this shit. 2020 was already my end game anyway. So I set the shit out when I joined the job. So I'm gonna do it for about 7 years. You know, give it like that good old fucking effort. You know, give it the longest. This was my longest. Before then, the longest job I had was the Sprint store. It was a year. Then this was, I'm gonna do this until I was 30. That was the plan, until I was 30. So I was gonna do this until I'm 30. Boom. And I fucking turned 30 in January. And my plan was to be done in January. But I nutted and my wife a little late. So here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. That'll hold you.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm just hold up a little bit. You know, just gonna hold off on a little bit. And then once he's born, you know, use that family leave, you know, take that 2 months of family leave. And then give them to see y'all later. And that's essentially how it went, you know. Didn't tell them shit was going on. Didn't tell them she was swollen, especially since COVID kicked off. You know, she wasn't really going out the house. So nobody was really catching any glimpses of her being pregnant. So then it was just like, what? Your water broke? Oh yeah, I gotta go. My wife's water just broke. And they were like, oh shit. All right, we didn't know she was pregnant. That is correct. This is the last time I see y'all. So I love y'all very much. Love you all back. You know, and that's essentially how I went. That's essentially how I went. Like, all right, I see
I'm
y'all
having
later.
a kid. I'll holler at y'all later.
That's how I went, man. You know, that's just how I showed her to like drop some of my shit off. You know, I had to drop all my shit off. But other than that, it was just see y'all later. That's how I went, yeah. So that's my life, man. That's it, man.
How much more time you got with us, man? You got to bounce on?
It's 9:00 right now, but I give y'all another 13 minutes. You got any more questions? I know the police thing usually asks people that start asking questions with that one, so feel free to get it. Go for it.
One more. Yeah,
Go ahead.
and it was one of mine. It was one of mine. I had the same question. Being a Black business owner, what challenges have you faced and what successes have you had?
Okay, so let me see. Being a brother for Black-owned business, what challenges? Success? Okay, so when it comes to challenges, it more so comes from people that look just like me, right? Because they always want like a discount or something. They want a deal. They undermine what you have because you look like them. So here's my theory, right? Let's say we all grew up together. We knew each other, right? And we ain't shit as kids, and we were ain't shit through our entire lives, right? We just been ain't shit. But then I just start like moving on up, right? Moving on up. Well, you remember me when I was ain't shit. So you remember when I had this failed plan for this failed plan for this. You remember when I fucked up for this. So to you, I'm a kind of a fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm kind of a fuck up. So you don't really, I'm like, oh, I got this new idea. You're like, okay, here goes Mike again with another idea, right? And I'm just regular. I'm regular Mike to you. So a lot of times the success people would gather from business comes from strangers because those strangers have never heard your dumbass ideas before. This new idea sounds fucking fantastic. All the other dumb ones, they were never around for that. So it's brand new. So the challenges you run into is more so, at least I have, is other Black folks saying, well, what the fuck is this? Like, this shit ain't new. This shit, okay, well, let me get a discount. Like, hook me up with some free shit. You know, hook me up, help me out. I'm like, nah. And they say, oh, well, you know, you're just trying to get over on people. You bougie and shit. I'm like, bro, you're wearing a Gucci shirt. It's probably fake, but you're wearing a Gucci shirt. Like you paid, if you paid the $350 for that shirt, you can pay the $12 for this motherfucking butter. So get out my fucking face. You know, they're just like, oh, we know it's different. Like the only difference is you hold your own self-value to these products you own. Like Floyd Mayweather, right? Floyd Mayweather, great boxer, terrible human being, in my personal opinion, right?
I feel the same way.
Thank you. All of his value comes from his property, the shit he owns, and he has no true self-identity except for the accolades he's gained those accolades. He's won that. Can't take it from him. But he holds himself, the physical things he has. And of course, I think it comes from his lack of education and stuff. Like his whole thing is, I got this money, this is who I am, right? And when you identify with products and things like that to make you who you are, you always undermine other people's things. Like there's some shit. So to answer the question, the biggest challenge has been other people of my complexion trying to treat me like I was regular. But I mean, I am regular, but you don't know that. So fuck out of my face. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to successes, though, it also comes from the same side of other Black folks that are like, yo, this dude is doing something different. Like you guys, like this guy's doing something different and giving me praise. And I'm like, for what? I ain't shit, you know? So it's always going to be two groups of people that you're going to run into, you know, haters and lovers, and they can be of the same color. It's just, you got to figure out how to divide them even more. Don't try and bring them together. That's at least my thing. I don't try and bring people that hate me and love me together, right? At all. Except into the comment section on my posts. Other than that, they can go eat a dick. I fuck y'all, right? I like when you guys, like I ran one of my ads where it's one of my shirts where it says, if you're reading this, you Ashley, right? And instead of
somebody bought that shirt, somebody in the group bought that shirt.
Nice. It like instead of me like taking a picture of myself in the shirt, right, or using my wife or any of my, you know, chocolatey friends, I use like a mock image of like this white chick, right, this like plus size white chick, right, to piss people the fuck off because I knew it was going to happen. Somebody's like, well, that's a culturally sensitive thing. Why is this white woman doing it? Then there's this whole debate, and I was like, anybody can be Ashley. What the fuck do you mean? Well, Ashley's a Black thing. I was like, I mean, are you Ashley right now? And they're like, why would you even do all this? And I was like, because I ain't shit. So what's funny though Let me see. I think I got one right here. What's funny? Oh, give me once. I think I got it. Here it is. So what's funny, right, is I took some of the pictures, right? So this is like a picture of my chief brand ambassador, Alexis, D.O. Hughley, and my brother-in-law, Bryant. And here's one of the comments right here that people were leaving. I put it on a shirt for myself, right? And it reads, yo, and they really catching attitudes in the comments. This company got to be a joke. Ain't no way this is real. And then my comment was, I don't catch attitudes. I just instigate, right? So I put on a shirt for me to wear, me talking shit to people back. And I got a couple more. And like, this is.
That's the level of petty I'm trying to.
We are doing this. Listen, we are going.
Like, here's another one I got. And this is just me with the shirt on, like just throwing shade. But then here's another one with Boss Nick on it, my firstborn. And it's just, him being cute as shit, right? The dude's fucking cute. This was like, he was probably like 4 or 5 months at the time. And like someone said, wow, horrible ideal. Need to take the L and listen to the feedback of customers and come back stronger if you are truly Black owned. But I'm pressing block on this advertisement. And I was just like, you are hilarious. And I put on a shirt because they can eat my ass. Like, I forgot what they were saying, like, about the whole using a white model or whatever. And I was like, I do what the fuck I want, right? And the girl was like, why would you do that? And I said, to cause division between people like you and the people that like it, right? I don't want you in my circle of people buying from me. I don't want you seeing my ads. I want you to block me because I don't want you to see the shit. I don't want to waste the money talking to your ass, right? Like, and now, mind you, this woman, her bio was like intergalactic space cat, right? That was like, she was like, I'm an intergalactic space cat. So I'm like, first of all, you're a fucking cat. And you talking about how like this white lady can't be ashy, but you're a fucking cat. Like, I don't understand. Like, how are you choosing what you want to be? Like, you're a cat. You just identified as an intergalactic space cat. The picture of you in fucking cat ears. You're a fucking space cat, lady. There's like a black chick, like, you're a fucking space cat. Fuck out of my face. So, yeah, the challenges come from people that look like me thinking I ain't shit or thinking I'm regular. And then and success comes from people that look like me that say I'm not regular. And I use them both to help move things forward. The people that like you will like you and they'll, have your back and stuff. And the people that don't like you will talk shit. But it always engages in conversation, and the conversation allows more people that like you and more people that don't like you to see you. And with that being the case, more people hear about you. Obviously, I'm not the most, like no one's gonna be like, hey, we need to get this guy on our fucking shelves because he's such a nice person. Like, I'm not nice. Fuck you. Like, I'm not a pleasant person.
I saw that shit and I was like, he's gonna fit perfectly here.
I'm just me. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. If you like me, you like me. You don't, you don't. If you don't like me, I got the 2 cute kids and the wife. If you don't like them either, then fuck it. It is what it is. Because if you're authentic, you're going to attract people that like you for who you are. But if you're trying to be fake and put on this facade of who you are, you attract everybody, but no one really fucking likes you because they don't know you. So my thing was like, I can just do what the fuck I want to do. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then it fucking doesn't. And apparently it worked. Apparently it fucking worked.
Definitely, bro. Most definitely.
Thank you.
Low key dropping bars for us, man. I know you got to get out of here, man. I appreciate you taking the time out and whatnot, and I appreciate everybody jumping in.
No, thank you all so much, man. I appreciate you guys having me on. I just enjoy having genuine conversations with people because, like, the one thing for me is life is it's just converse. You need to converse with people, learn from people, and understand people, and just trying to figure out a better way you can give back to the community. Like, I'm not a religious man. I don't know what the fuck happens when I die. I don't give a shit. I just know right now, at the time I have, at this moment, I need to do my best to make a difference in somebody's life. That's it. That's my whole thing. Like, I don't know what the fuck's happening later on. I don't know if I get a redo. I don't know what the fuck happens. I know right now, guaranteed, I got these couple of seconds. To me, I'm guaranteed at least one day. When I wake up, I'm guaranteed that day. Obviously, I'm not. But I'm guaranteed this one day. How am I going to make a difference this one day? Yeah. And that's my thing. Like, even right now, we're doing a $10,000 scholarship for like 7 individuals that are for higher education because I want people to just do better. Like, do fucking better. Yeah. Like, I'm selfish as shit, right? Like, I'm selfish as shit. I don't like dumb people. So here, Go to fucking learn some shit so you don't ask me dumbass fucking questions, right? I don't like people that are ashy as shit. I don't like you not because your skin is ashy. I don't like you because you are ashy, which means you are neglecting yourself, which means you don't like yourself. So do fucking better and leave me the fuck alone. I'm very selfish. So selfish. I want people to leave me the fuck alone. And how do you get people to leave you alone? Getting them to the point where they happy as shit with themselves so they leave you the fuck out of it, right? Like, I plan to be wealthy as shit. I want all my friends to be wealthy as shit. Why? So when I buy my fucking private boat, my yacht, or whatever the fuck it is, they have their own money to buy their own fucking yacht. And I'm trying to get on my fucking yacht when I don't want them around. I want a private island so I can get the fuck away from everybody. But you're more than welcome to have your own private island across the fucking river. But leave me the fuck alone. So if I'm going to make some money, you going to make some money so you can get your own shit to leave me the fuck alone. So I'm just selfish as shit. Like, this is my thing. I personally believe anything you do for anybody else, the underlying, the root, the very beginning of that comes from your own desires, right? If I were to go down the street and give $100 because he had a sign, I gave him $100 not because his sign moved me. It's because, I was like, you know what? This is going to make me feel good about myself today, right? At the end of the day, like, you don't give or do anything for anybody else if it is not of a benefit to you in some way, shape, or form, right? Like, if I were to go out right now and the car is coming down the street and my son's running the street and I push him out the way and jump in front of the car and I'm fucking paralyzed, I'm gonna be happy as shit because I lost my legs. I'm fucking done, but I'm happy because I saved my son, right? So I'm doing it. Wasn't for him. Fuck him. Yeah. He's gonna hear that shit for the rest of his fucking life. The little fucking shit. He's gonna hit it for the rest of his life.
If I do that shit for my son, he gotta wipe my ass. No questions asked.
I can wipe it myself. You better fucking turn this bidet on.
You gotta let him wipe it. Like, just for the fact that I saved your life, bro. You
gotta wipe my ass. That shit, but it's like, I did it for me because I couldn't live with knowing that I let you get hit by a car. Like, fuck you. I can't live with that shit. So I had to go do the shit, and that's always my thing. Is like, whenever somebody does something from the goodness of their heart, again, it's from the goodness of their heart, right? No matter what the sacrifice is, no matter what you do, if you take a bullet for somebody, get stabbed for somebody, give somebody your last $20, it made you feel better, right? Mm. At some way, somehow, it made you feel better, right? No matter how treacherous this shit is, like, you got to take a fucking bullet to the fucking face. The one solace you're gonna, like, when you close your eyes, you're like, at least he's safe. That's what makes it okay. And I think a lot of people are afraid to admit that it's so selfish what they do. Like, their giving is selfish. I'm not. My giving is totally fucking selfish. Take this money, go get smarter, leave me the fuck alone, right? Take this money, fucking start your own business and do that shit. Because, like, when I told you a story about the Korean store, I was in the middle of the fucking neighborhood on the corner yelling at people. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Full uniform, everything. Like, cameras recording. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all sitting here? I had another instance, the same shit with these girls were buying hair care stuff from a Korean store. And the lady called the police and she's like, I want them out. And I was like, okay, what they do? She's like, well, they're not buying anything. I want them gone. Well, I can't say no, because technically, if you don't want somebody in your shit, you can tell them to get the fuck out. And if they don't get out, they're the ones that's wrong, right? So it's not somebody can just be like, I can't choose not to enforce this because it's the law. It's the law. You got to go. So the one girl has to leave. And her friend and the lady is just like, oh, yeah, she's a piece of trash. I want her out. And I was like, they were like 17, 18. I was like, we're not doing all that. Just shut up. Shut up. Like, I have like the body camera and shit, right? Like, I've done so much shit that I should got in trouble for, like cursing people out, telling fucking protesters they're idiots. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're a protester. You're protesting like police brutality, but you just got arrested. So now you have a felony for felony rioting and you can't even vote. Now you can't vote as a fucking felon to redo the fucking system. And you just did all this shit for what? Why? Oh, did you go vote before you got arrested? Well, nah, I was out protesting. You're a fucking idiot. And this is all shit on camera. Like, fucking lieutenants and captains and shit looking at me like, I'm like, what y'all gonna do? Fire me? Like, this shit's honest. Like, I understand exactly what they're protesting. I believe it. But this ain't how you do it. You don't change the system from the outside. You guys watch Avatar: Last Airbender? Right? Yeah. Right. You all seen Troy.
There's heated debates in here about that show.
Right.
So
you've seen Troy, right? The Achilles and the Trojan horse. You don't take down an empire from the outside throwing bricks at it. You get inside, infiltrate the fucking thing. You guys seen what's that thing? The Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember how he took out Translucent? in the beginning.
Yeah.
Up his ass, blew him. You couldn't attack him from the outside. It was impenetrable. But from the inside, soft as a fucking cookie. So I tell people all the time, like, if you want to make a difference in your community, I understand you don't like, whatever this fucking powers that be, but become the powers that be. Change that shit from the inside. And it's like,
bro, you are fucking preaching knowledge, right? I feel like I'm at church.
But nobody wants to hear it though. Like that was the thing. Nobody wanted to hear it from the position I was in because they were like, "Oh, you just sold out. You supposed to be out with us." I was like, "You sell drugs with you and your 30 of your friends. Y'all obviously ain't getting no money because there's no way y'all splitting the little bit of drug money y'all making from the same crackhead every fucking day amongst 30 people, and y'all making guap. I know you homeless. You live with your girl. You have a closet with 2 shirts, 3 pair of pants. You wear the same shit every day. You dirty. You dirty." Why the fuck would I be out with y'all? You guys are trash people. Fucking, you guys, what are y'all doing? You guys are garbage, literal garbage. You just stand here on the corner, literal fucking garbage. I was like, I'm not that good of a person. I ain't shit. But y'all motherfuckers make me look fucking fantastic. Like y'all make me look like I'm a fucking star. I have a job, and I have a job. My base is I have a job. Y'all don't have a job, so I'm already above y'all by 30 fucking folds. Like. I was telling her yesterday, I was like, I'm a very basic, mediocre person. I don't do shit special. I'm there for my kids. I'm present for my children. I'm not like an amazing fucking dad. I do the shit I'm supposed to do. I'm not doing amazing shit. I'm doing the shit I'm supposed to do. But because other men that look like me aren't doing the shit they're supposed to do, I look like a fucking superstar. I'm not a fucking superstar. I'm not. Just in comparison, they some shit. I'm like, look, I'm like a solid like 5 out of 10, but everybody else is like a fucking 2. So because they 2s, my fucking 5 looks fantastic, baby.
It's like, yeah, you 8.
I'm fucking stellar as shit. So I want people to understand, like, do better for yourself and just be better. Like, give a shit about you and your community more than what you do. Because, like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Bothering me. Stop fucking bothering me. That's all I want. That's all I want. I'm fucking selfish. I'm a piece of shit, but I'm okay with it. I fucking love it. It's just who I am.
I think the fact that you own, like you said, I'm average. I just want to do this. I'm myself. I think that's what draws people to your business and your ads. Because we was talking about it a little bit. You were like, I just like to do what I like to do. I don't like people directing me. I want to direct myself. So I think that's the key in being successful is just being able to put 100% of what you are into what you're doing instead of putting 100% of what you are into somebody else's vision, which is
the last part before I get out of here, because it's definitely my wife's about to kill me. I've always found it interesting that like people look up to stars, right? Look up to stars and musicians and shit. Like this person's so like just say Drake, right? They're like, oh, Drake's so fucking great. Like I just fucking love Drake. Drake's amazing. Okay, cool. Drake's an amazing person. But it's like your homeboy's doing the same shit. Why don't you give him the same kind of love? All right. And it's like people look up to stars because they are themselves. They're doing them. But if somebody you know decides to do them, you're telling them how they need to not do them and do some regular shit. Right? Like, nah, man, you know, don't chase your dreams. Go work at the fucking store down here, you know, because that's just above you. But then when you get to that point where you were like, I'm up there now, they're like, yo, I always knew you was gonna make it. No, the fuck you didn't. So it's like
you didn't believe in me.
My thing has always been like believe in yourself so much that others are forced to do the same. Right.
Right.
Like believe in yourself so much that others are forced to do the same. Okay, because if you try to look outward for support from other people, that's just gonna go nowhere. But if you start loving yourself, right, people are gonna be like, why do they love themselves so much? Why are they so happy with them? What is it about this person that why are they so joyful about themselves? And then they're gonna start realizing, all right, there's something to support in this person. But you shouldn't rely on other people's support to make you happy, right? Like if nobody fuck with me, I would still fuck with me. And that's the end of the story. And I know since I fuck with me, I'm gonna get somebody else to fuck with me. End of story, right? But like if I don't fuck with myself, then nobody gonna fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know? Like nobody wants to deal with their person just like, oh, I hate my life all the time. Yo, this shit gets dead. That shit's old. She's old. Eventually you're gonna be like, go ahead, just let this shit go then. Go ahead. So yeah. But definitely my time. I thank you all so much.
No, man. Listen. I appreciate you giving us this time, and just dropping the knowledge that you dropped tonight, man. Because it's been refreshing to get, And I wholeheartedly support everything that you have going on.
Thank you.
I encourage everybody to follow him at Netergold Man. Sorry, at
Netergold Man.
Netergold Man. Sorry, I've been drinking a little bit.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I've been sipping, so
it's all good. It's all good.
Netergold Man. Follow him on IG. Go to Netergold.com. Buy his products. Dude is a riot. Thank you, man, for your time, brother. Thank you so much. Listen, I may have to holler at you offline about sponsoring the podcast. So
just slide in my DMs and shoot me a text, man. Not a problem.
Definitely, brother. Most definitely.
I catch y'all later, man. Y'all be safe, okay?
All right, man. Thank you, brother.
Thank you for having me. See it.
Fam. Dog. I thought he was just gonna get up here and cut up some jokes. I thought it was gonna be jokey joke time. I am
humbled.
Now that's the shit I'm talking about. Not like just judging a book by its cover. I knew the dude was funny. I knew he was smart because he had his advertisings for his business. Business looks like it's going well. But then for him to break down his philosophy on why he approaches his business like he does, that was that shit in itself. I'm just like, yo, I am going to re-listen to this and I'm taking notes.
Yes,
so put it at that.
Definitely. Shout out to Mook too. Mook, you asked some very good questions. These are questions that I actually had coming into it too. So thank you for asking those questions because that really did get like some responses that I was actually looking for. It's nice to know that people out there were actually looking for the same answers that I was, and why I actually followed him. And listen, that interview in itself is a lesson. Shoot your fucking shot, bro. You never know what's going to happen. You really never know what's going to happen. Like this whole interview was just like a shot in the dark. Like I was literally just like, you know what? I'm gonna just fucking do it. Just do that shit.
Yep.
There you go.
And, yeah, he took his shot. I mean, walking away from an established job, which would have given him retirement and a pension and benefits and stuff, to be like, nah, I'm out. I'm doing my own thing. That's dope, man. I don't even know where we go from there, man. I'm sitting there drunk on my drink, sitting there listening to this man preach.
Listen, I didn't went in on this drink, and I ain't even supposed to go this hard because that shit is 100 proof. But I'm drinking this shit straight, and I'm like, we still got a show to do. But
what? Oh, what?
we still got a show to do. I'm like listening to him, like, God damn, this motherfucker's preaching.
Yeah,
this drink's almost halfway gone. I ain't supposed to be drinking this much.
Yeah, he gave us like an extra 30 minutes because he was supposed to have been off a while back. But I'm glad he stayed on and finished those questions. So shout out to y'all for tuning in. Shout out to Mook for the questions. That was dope.
To hear these episodes completely ad-free, go to www.patreon.com/datfeelinpodcast. Subscribe today for as little as $3 and you will get all these episodes ad-free. Again, that's www.patreon.com/datfeelinpodcast. Now enjoy the rest of the show.
But I want to start this show by running something back. So last show we went in about the ending of The Castaway, right? Like how old girl ain't shit, all that other stuff. So we rewatched it the other day at work, and there are some errors in how I portrayed it. So one, he was only on the island for 4 years, right?
Don't make a difference.
Hold on. 2, they weren't married before he left. They was living together. They was engaged. They was in love. They was all this like. And before he got on the plane that crashed, he pulled out a Christmas gift the size of a box. It was a ring. And she was like, I don't know. He was like, wait till New Year's Eve to open it or whatnot. I'll be back.
Oh, he was going. Oh, okay.
Right. 3, he had a dentist that worked, his personal dentist or whatnot. Name was James Spalding or whatnot. 4, okay, so 4, he gets back, right, back to the mainland.
Mm-hmm.
Dude is just like, bro, like his best friend was just like, man, I'm glad you're back, bro. Just to let you know, Kate moved on. She had to, we had a whole funeral for you. We buried you, all this other stuff. So he gets to the airport and they arrange a room for him to meet his ex-fiance, apparently. She doesn't come in the room. Her husband does. And her husband was old boy's dentist, James Spalding, right? So he comes in the room. He's just like, yo, I'm Kate's husband. She wanted to see you, but she couldn't. So I'm just letting you know, we're glad you're alive, all that good stuff. Then as he's walking out the room, he looks out the window and sees old buddy and his ex-fiance, and she's trying to come back to see him, but old buddy's stopping her, right? Like, no, you don't need to see him. So then he pulls up to her house unexpected. He don't even knock on the door yet. Old girl opened the door and talk about, I saw the taxi. I saw you pull up. And they talking and they kiss and she all in the rain kissing him and stuff. And then she get in the Jeep and they about to take off. And she's like, I got to go home. So he drops her back off at the house. And then he goes lives his life. 4 years. He gone. You got married. You and this dude have a kid now, like an almost 2-year-old daughter. So that lets me know 9 months of the pregnancy. She waited. Almost 2. So, I mean, but look, here's my thing. 4 years. How long of a mourning process do you think there needs to be for you? Like, for if you were to have been assumed dead, how long would you be like, Khan, you better at least mourn for me for X? Like, this is the minimum mourn period. After that, be free. Because I don't think she mourned long enough for me.
Well, what I was saying was, if I had plans to marry you, like that's still like we're married, right? Because my heart is now attached to you. So my answer don't change. Don't fucking move on until I come back. You know what I mean? Don't. If you knew, like, and I'm sure we probably discussed this shit. Like, I'm going to marry you. My intentions are to marry you. Like, if my heart is there and my intentions are there, then don't fucking move on without me. Don't. Yeah. I wouldn't do that. I still wouldn't.
I just don't think that's long enough. Like, when I show up and like you have a newborn, I'll be like, cool. But I show up after 4 years, you got a 2-year-old daughter, which lets me know that's 2 years plus 9 months, right? Because you had to be pregnant, right? On top of 3. So you're already damn near at 3 years, right? Because there's dating and shit, right? And then there was like a whole engagement process leading up to whatever marriage. Nigga, that is, you moved on within the year of my death. Moved on, engaged, married, smashed. You probably smashed a few times before y'all was like, fuck it, let's have a kid.
Before you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So all y'all talk about how long you waiting. I answered this question last week. I ain't moving on unless somebody bring me legit proof that my wife is no longer on this earth. Because we talked about it last week. The last thing me or Black want is to be like, well, I guess she's gone. Let me move on. And then a knock at the door happens, and then it'd be our wife. And then now, Lifetime over here filming an episode of Snaps on why this woman killed 2 people and kidnapped her kids and disappeared back to Philippines. So I don't want that smoke. That's me.
That's me too. Like, even if there is a remote chance a remote chance that like Khan's gonna walk in the door. I don't want those problems. I don't. I already know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to be like, well, I wasn't like I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna have to lie and be like, well, I wasn't fucking her like I fucked you. And that's a lie.
What? That's how you gonna lead into it? We won't smash like how I smash you.
Right. Like that'll be like that's the only thing I could possibly say to be like, I moved on. You know what I mean? Like I fucked her, but I didn't love her like that. You know what I mean? I didn't love her like I loved you, babe. Like
so Rob is here, like, but they weren't married. Does that matter? Like, if we were dating long enough for us to move into a house, start planning, you know what I'm saying? All this other stuff. I give you the ring. You say you love me. I say I love you too. The plane crashes. 4 years. So like I said, you got a 2-year-old daughter. You were pregnant for 9 months. So that's damn near 3 years. So within those 15 months that was not, you fully moved on from me in 15 months after my death. Like, you got to mourn me at least 365 days. It's got to be, you see a picture of me, you smell a scent I used to wear, you see my shirt somewhere, like you need to get in the fetal position and cry and then come back to life.
Right. Like for me, the one thing that'll do it for me, like rice, because Khan likes rice. Nice. Like it's like a staple. Right. Like something as simple as that shit. Be like, Khan loves rice. She loved it. Like she ate that shit with every fucking meal. I hated it. And I'll just break down fucking crying. And then like, do I want the caddy? Yes. I'm going to get it, Rob. I'm going to get it. But I'm not going to be happy about it. I won't be. I'll be like, it'll be like sad. It'll be sad sex.
You know what? I don't even know. Now that I think about it, I don't even, because I'll be hurt. Like this is 20 years plus of knowing Apple. Like half of my life, I have known Apple, and then she's gone. I just can't be like, well, it's been 13 months. I wonder what her dentist name is. You know, let me go holler at her dentist. Move on. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. Like when I was like, it was 7 years and he came back, I was like, that gives her some time to mourn. But like he came back. Oh, your baby too? 2 years.
Yeah. On baby
months.
2.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh no. That was too fast, lady. I'm out of here. I couldn't do it. So that's what I wanted to clean up, because people was just like, no, you were saying all the wrong facts. But either way, I still feel like I'm not saying nobody should ever move on. But that was a very, as T.I. would say, a very expeditious progression in her relationship.
It was, though. It was.
I know. Trust me. So what I want to get into is, I don't have the intro cued in, but our homeboy, if you are watching this and you're not a member of the Real Plus Food Podcast fan group, go join that.
You need to be. You really need to be.
Posted something very real in here that I want to get to. So if you watch ESPN the last, I don't know how many years, you know that they had 2 employees who used to be on the network, 2 black women, Jamele Hill and Cari Champion, right? So they were real adamant on speaking out on a lot of topics that weren't sports related on their programs and on their social media, so forth and so on. To the point where ESPN was like, you know, I mean, y'all can do what y'all want, you know? So they voluntarily left. They didn't get fired. They were just like, you know, this ain't the place for us, right? So, you know, they terminated contracts, you know, went their own ways. Apparently it was a mutual departure or whatnot. So they have a show on Fuse TV or no Vice,
It's
whatever.
Vice. Yeah, it's Vice.
Yeah. And so they had Jake Paul join their show called "We're Not Just Sticking to Sports" or something like that. Cari and Jamele Won't Stick to Sports. That's what it was called. And this was after Jake Paul tooted and booted Nate Robinson in their fight. So Jamel Hill and Cari Champion proceed to ask Jake Paul if it was racist knocking out Nate Robinson. And here's some audio. Hopefully it'll play for y'all. Oh.
Don't drop the phone.
I forgot I had this shit muted as fuck. All right, hold on. All right, here we go.
Considering where we are right now in our racial conversation.
Oh my God, phone. Quit playing like that.
To be honest, I almost started to protest this show because why? I'll tell you why. And this is our question of the week. We saw what happened to Nate Robinson, so I'm going to ask Jake Paul right here in front of America. Jake, considering where we are right now in our racial conversation in America, was what you did to Nate Robinson racist? That is the question of the week. Man.
Nah, stop playing with me. Come on.
Listen, Jake, it's a sensitive time right now. We just had to witness a white man just knock a black man smooth out in front of all of America. That's why I asked that. But just tell us about that moment real quick, because it looked like Nate was asleep before he ever even hit the canvas.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we train for. You know, at the end of the day, boxing's a sport. And, you know, you train to win. And that's what I went in there and did. And I worked hard for this. And, you know, Nate is the one who called me out originally. So
I think he is frozen. Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you guys now. Sorry,
okay,
my Wi-Fi is unstable, like my relationship.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
First and foremost, was it racist to knock a black man out? That is the question of the week.
Stop asking me that. I said no.
It's not racist.
It's a shitty question. It's a sport.
Why is it a shitty question? Why is it a shitty question?
Because how does this have anything to do with race? It doesn't.
It's a fine question. We got to wake you up. You got to be a part of this conversation.
That's right.
Because if you can go from
You know what? He just hit himself harder than Nate Robinson ever hit him.
Yeah,
Oh man.
So that led to, because somebody posted in the group, which person would you just wish went away forever? And Jake Paul was one of the people. And I was just like, I ain't mad at Jake Paul after what, you know, these two did. And normally I am black women. I love you. I support you. I know the world is against you. And we are here.
That's the disclaimer.
We are here to help lift you up. But Cari and Jamele, y'all was out of pocket for this shit. Am I wrong? Am I wrong for them asking that? Because there's been plenty of black people put to sleep by, like, in that boxing ring, it ain't about race.
True.
Put your hands up and you don't get knocked out. But
in their defense, and I'll come to their defense only this one time because I saw the tweets. They tweeted that this was supposed to be a joke. It was supposed to be. Now, whether that translated or not is the question. So
now they said, you know, with the racial climate we're in, do you think that was an appropriate joke to make?
No, but then again, look at Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle makes jokes out of every fucking thing. So
are you comparing an established comedian such as Dave Chappelle with a sports journalist?
I mean, no, but
is that about to? Is that
no, that is not going to happen. No, that is not going to happen. But what I'm saying is, if they were saying this was meant as a joke and not to be taken seriously, then I think that statement holds a little bit of weight in the grand scheme of things.
Okay, so if you're going to let that weigh in, then when people use a slip of the tongue, make a mistake, and something comes across racist, and we're calling for that person to be canceled, and that person's just like, I made a mistake. I thought it was this. I thought it was funny. Like you giving them the benefit of the doubt as well, or?
I don't know. In each case, it's what it is, right?
Right.
Jamele is always a person that is going to be like on the side of she's sticking up for black people. So when she did that, in my head, I was like, okay, this is a joke, right? It's a clear joke. She's trying to get under his skin. It's a joke. Yeah. And I think that the public kind of has to have that kind of reaction to where the person and what their history is. And I hate that we even get to that point. We have to know what the history is and then say, okay, they're bullshit. This is obviously bullshit. She doesn't mean it like that. But the reactions are going to be what they're going to be.
If Cari didn't double down and re-ask the question again.
True. It wouldn't have came off like that.
Yeah. I think Cari re-asking it, like, are you trying to make him answer a certain way? Like, it's boxing. Right. Is he to let Nate win because Black Lives Matter?
But on the opposite on the opposite end of that spectrum, Jake Paul is a fucking troll, bro. He is a troll. So if you can't handle your own fucking medicine, then don't dish it out, because that's what they were doing to him.
I mean, I don't think they were. The troll was how you dish it is Nate Robinson should have knocked his ass out.
He should have.
Jake Paul was trolling him and then knocked your ass out. So at this point, street rules. Like if I talk a bunch of shit, like I'm a whoop-de-whoop, somebody call me out, like, let me see you. Put up, shut up. And I knock that motherfucker out. Everybody looks at me like, damn, Mac be backing up the fuck he be saying.
He about that shit.
Ain't nobody.
He about that shit.
Control. I'm gonna fuck his ass. Shit. Yeah. But
don't talk that shit. But
rare with Jake Paul. This is the one time I'm with Jake Paul. Like, bro, it's boxing. We train. He didn't train hard enough. He gone.
He didn't. And it's a shame.
It's a shame. I mean, because we lit his ass up.
Yes.
That show,
it's a shame. I don't feel sorry for Nate. I don't. I really. That where they were coming from, they were trying to troll him, and it backfired. Too bad for them too. So.
Yeah. Oh man, but I just thought I'd bring that up because we got to keep it 100 on here. We got to keep it 100.
Podcasting. Hold on, my son just determined that he want to get in the podcast. Say hi and bye.
Hi and bye.
Okay, bye.
I like you said, bro.
I love you.
Champions. So I think the house meeting, you had a post you wanted to hit on. Which one was it?
So it was a post. I don't know. I think EJ put this up. Which is the worst of the family members? Who is the worst non-bad guy? And he had Grandpa Joe, Bella from Twilight. And I don't even remember the other. We just got into a spate.
Who is this broad? Oh, Jenny from Forrest Gump.
Oh, Jenny from Forrest Gump. Who was the other one?
Jar Jar Binks. So it's Grandpa Joe, Bella, Jenny from Forrest Gump, and Jar Jar Binks.
All right.
You
picked Jar Jar.
Yes.
Okay.
I picked him, and I wasn't finna argue about it no more because we had. I think the group knows my stance on at least there's Jar Jar and Star-Lord. Y'all know where I'm at off rip. I think you picked Bella. Why'd you pick Bella?
Yes. Because Bella's fucking stupid, bro.
Just off the rip.
Yeah, she's stupid.
What if she knew what she was trying to do, though? What if she was like very judicious with her stupidity? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
I'm gonna get these powers. I'm gonna get these powers and get the fuck up out of Washington. It's my only way out.
No.
You ain't giving it to her.
No, on the day that we found out Blade is going to be an actual movie, there's no way that I'm going to fall in love with the vampire that glitters in the fucking sun. There is no Daywalkers. There's only one. There's only one of them, sir. That guy is fake. I don't know what he is, but he ain't no goddamn vampire.
I don't know. Grandpa Joe up there too. Because Grandpa Joe won shit either. I think he was getting a lot of the votes. I think Jenny. Grandpa Joe and Jenny was getting all of these motherfucking all the hate.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, right? So a lot of people have.
Where'd you go, bro? Nah, but I'm with Jar Jar all the way. We'll continue this when he gets back. Jar Jar got to be the worst because in order for you to fully appreciate Star Wars, you have to put up with this dude. You have to put up. You trying to get in, Mook? You trying to get in, Mook? I'll send you an invite real quick. Tag you in. Just let me know if you're down. I'll send you the link. We'll do this real time. But Jar Jar is it for me, man. Because if you want to enjoy Star Wars all the way through, you're gonna have to watch episode 1, 2, and 3. And this motherfucker is in there. You can't get away from Jar Jar if you want to enjoy all of Star Wars. Bella is stupid, but you don't have to watch Twilight. Ain't nobody like, the story is awesome. I need to see what she's about, though. You know, I hate her because the whole show is about her. So if you hate Bella, you ain't trying to watch no Twilight. You ain't trying to watch none of that shit. Oh, my man is back. What's good? What's good?
I just want to say Spectrum Internet fucking sucks, bro.
That shit used to be my internet. Cox was on his bullshit till I called him and was like, you can leave.
My God, bro. This shit is horrible.
You too late, Mook. Black came back. You was about to get subbed in, though, but, you know, you took too long, my guy.
Nah, let him in. Let me see what he got to say. Let him in.
What we going to discuss? Freezing up. Now I'm fucking up. What is going on over here?
I have no idea. This that bullshit. The devil works in mysterious ways. You know, when we get something good, the devil be trying to work.
Low key, yeah, you right. But I could understand Jenny being the most hated. You know what I'm saying?
I could too.
She had this boy running all over the place for her, and you know she out there wilding out, spreading AIDS. And if she really did love Forrest, she could be like, "You can't have me, bro. Like the shit I'm gonna give you will fuck you over." You know what I'm saying? And our kid will.
Was she doing that for him though? Was she really doing that for him though?
Doing what?
Like saving him. Like, you can't have this because I got that killer.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Running away from him, like, bro, you You don't want this shit in your life, Forrest. You're too nice, Forrest. I don't care, Jenny. Forrest, you don't want this WAP. Jenny was trying to hide the WAP from Forrest. Forrest wanted WAP.
He wanted all of it. He did.
The whole army was in that WAP. She's like, you don't want this WAP. This will kill you, literally.
He was. Forrest was ready to kill.
You don't want this WAP, Forrest. Please, no, don't do this. But Jar Jar ruined. Like, if it wasn't for the Duel of Fates at the end of episode 1, there would be no reason for me to watch episode 1 ever again. Ever.
1 through 3. No. 2 was okay. 2 was okay.
Of the 3, what do they call them? Prequels. That's what it is. Of the 3 prequels, which one is the best one?
2.
You 2. Like better than 3?
Yeah, I like Attack of the Clones.
Oh, I like 3. I don't think anybody picks 1.
I think 3 gets lost in the translation of Yoda finally fighting. I that's where it gets lost at. But I think 2 was a better story.
I don't know. It might be. I got to rewatch them. It's been a minute since I watched them because I'm just like, I would rather not watch them, but I'll give it another look. I mean, they had the fight with Dooku at the end. You know, all the Jedi show up to the arena and shit on a Genosha and shit. So we'll see. But let's move on. Unless you got another topic you want to bring up for house meeting.
Nah, man. You know what, man? Like after Netergold Man, like I'm just on cloud 9, bro. Like it's what it's gonna be.
I'm floating right now. I'll tell you what. We would get into the bracket, but we only got to the final 4 because there was like an extra round because I went with 64 instead of 32.
You want to save that joint?
No, we'll come in and probably do a bonus episode where we cover it all. But I just want to release the 2 that have made it to the final. Is Take On Me by Aha and I Just Died in Your Arms by Cutting Crew. So those will be your 2 battling
That's
it out.
The final?
Yep, those 2.
Oh, man, that's tough.
Bro, you know.
The final 4 was actually tough. It was tough. Like once they got down to Rob Bass and who did they go up against? Yeah, I was like, oh man, this is tough. I can't decide.
Bro, I'm surprised y'all was trying to take Electric Avenue as far as it went. I'm like, was that really a bop?
I like that song though. It was.
Was it better?
Yeah, we gonna rock down through Electric Avenue, and then we take it higher. That's my shit, bro.
We will save that for the bonus episode because that song should not have passed some of these songs. But yeah, so we'll run into that. But just know the final, and I'll post a poll in here once we get off. Take On Me by Aha, and I Just Died in Your Arms by Cutting Crew. I was trying to get Tainted Love in there, but didn't make it. Didn't get enough love. But with that being said, final shots and thoughts. What you got for us?
Like I said, man, earlier in the show, like you never know what happens when you shoot your shot. You know what I mean? Like you never know. This shit, like the shit we do and the shit we embark on, and I know you, Matt, personally, like when we set out to do this shit, like just looking at some of the landscape of this shit, like we didn't really think of the possibilities. But now it's time to think of the possibilities. You know what I mean? Like anything is possible when you set out to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? And I want everybody listening to this show to look at the interview that happened tonight and know that this shit was all chance. So take chances in your life, and you never know what's gonna come of it. You control your own shit, bro. Like for real, for real. So I thank everybody in the smoke pit for the continuing conversations and everything y'all do to enhance this group. It really means a lot. And I put up a post the other day, and like some shit that it didn't even have anything to do with that feeling at all, but it led to this shit. You know what I mean? Like some smoke pit 728 shit. Like this led to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So take chances, live your life, love each other, man. Like I'm so appreciative of this group because this group got me through a really rough this week. I'm on this broadcast this week, but this week was really fucking rough. Like if I go back and tell this story later, which I probably will, this was a rough ass week, bro. Rough week. And it ends here. You know what I mean? So thank you guys for getting me through it. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for participating. And I just look forward to what we got coming next week. So thank you guys.
Facts. Again, if you're listening to this and not miss watching the video, first you can watch the video by joining either the Smoke Pit Podcast fan group on Facebook or looking for the actual podcast page, which is the Smoke Pit. Search that on Facebook. Or you can look at our Facebook page, Dat Feeling Podcast Network. Look for those. You can watch them live on there. Or if you're on YouTube, subscribe to the Dat Feeling Podcast Network YouTube channel. You just type that in, it'll pop up. So those are some of the places you can peep the video at. Also, if you haven't noticed, my newest episode, I Said What I Said, Don't Add Me, is up on the network, as well as Mr. Fuck You on Me, his new thing, talking about how LeVar Ball should probably get more love for doing what he did.
Bro, that is an incredible episode. Incredible. I love that episode.
So tune in. 2 new episodes are up now, right? And then join the page. I know I always record my episodes live on Patreon. So if you want to jump in, throw some comments in there, so forth and so on, join the Patreon, and you can get in live and be a part of the podcast. All right? Yeah. That's all I got, man. I love what you guys do. I love that we always end the work week fucking around with y'all, man. It makes it great.
Yeah.
So if that's all we got, man, I'm the homie Mac, aka your boy.
And I am bred like a king, Matus Kelvin Kately. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Smoke Pit this week. Y'all love each other. Later.
Peace.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the Smoke Pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Makk and Mac, welcome to the Smoke Pit.